What is Roshan's banner? How do you best use it, and where are the best spots to place it? The main purpose of Roshan's banner is to strengthen your lane creeps, which helps to keep a lane pushed. It can be cast globally, making it much easier to buff up any lane you want. Rosh drops his banner upon his second death onwards if he's on the Radiant side. If he's on the Dire side, the banner is substituted for cheese. Creeps that enter the 750 radius of the banner are granted a buff that provides plus 75% health and plus 50% bonus damage for 45 seconds. Creep stats naturally change throughout a game. They progressively get stronger at specific times. For this reason, I'm going to show you how a creep wave stats at 35 minutes looks before and after getting the banner buff, since that might be a realistic time to obtain it. As you can see, the HP of each creep is pretty significantly increased. Along with the increased damage, this allows a buffed creep wave to clear a regular creep wave with ease. Let's look at how far a lane can get pushed when Radiant has their creeps buffed and Dire doesn't. For this example, I also cleared all the towers so we could see just how the creeps match up against each other. Leaving a banner buffed lane unattended can be disastrous, especially for establishing and maintaining map control. You're going to end up feeling a pressure similar to super creeps, potentially allowing the enemies to clear your whole lane or force one of your teammates back when you'd otherwise be pushing. They made it all the way to the Dire space and even did a significant amount of damage to it. Now for some more info on the banner. It provides 1500 ground vision, which is almost as much as an observer ward, and it breaks trees in a 200 radius around it when placed. The banner lasts for 5 minutes or until destroyed. It has 24 health, and hero attacks do 4 damage each hit, while each creep hit does 1 damage. This means for heroes it takes 6 attacks to destroy, and for creeps it takes 24 attacks. This also includes units like Lone Druid's Bear, Visage's Familiars, and Illusions. All of these will also do 1 damage per hit, just like creeps. When the banner is destroyed, it gives 200 gold and 0 XP. If a creep has been affected by the aura and has the buff active and the banner dies, the creep will still have the buff active. The buff is undispellable. Roshan's banner cannot be sold like cheese can. The banner aura is only applied to lane creeps. This includes lane creeps that are controlled by things like Dominator, Chen, or Enchantress. The aura will not affect neutral creeps controlled by these same things, as well as other units like Visage Familiars, Undying Zombies, or Lycan Wolves from his Summon Wolves ability, or his Aghanim Shard, which spawns one of his wolves on a random creep wave when it spawns. This mechanic is pretty unusual, but in all of my testing it worked every time. If you like this video and subscribe, every creep that passes by the next banner you place will turn into a Roshan. I'm not a liar. Try it out yourself and let me know how it goes. When the banner is placed, it shows on the map as if you're teleporting and displays a message on the side of the screen. Both of these indications are shown to both teams, so if you're paying attention, you'll know exactly when and where the enemy places their banner. Like Observer and Sentry wards, Roshan's banner cannot be placed inside of Roshan's pit, and placing it on the outside will not give vision inside. If placed in a neutral camp spawn box, it will block the camp, although you probably won't want to place it in any of those spots. We'll talk about the best placements for it later. Unlike Observer and Sentry wards, if you attack Roshan's banner from low ground, you can miss your attacks. If you happen to have multiple banners, a creep going by both will only refresh the buff duration. It won't double the bonus health and damage that it grants. Okay, so we've gone over the mechanics behind Roshan's banner. Now let's go over the strategy behind where to place it by looking at how the pros are using it. The majority of pros place their banner at their high ground, around their tier 3 tower. This is largely to ensure its safety while also still getting good value from it. If you place your banner here, this is how far the creep wave will get in each lane before losing the banner buff. This is also in the case where there's nothing to stop your creeps like enemy creeps or towers, and this is about how far they'll get for Dire. Note that for mid lane, they'll always get all the way to the enemy's high ground with the buff still active and a little over 1/4 of the duration left. Now, which lane should you place the banner in? Well, most pros take this approach. If you're pushing bottom, place it top. If you're pushing top, place it bottom. The idea here is to apply pressure to both side lanes. It's a lot harder for the enemy to deal with your push if the other side of their base is being knocked on. If you're not sure where to place it, or you predict that you might be able to turn a high ground push in a side lane into a mid push as well, put it mid so your mid creeps will be at the base by the time you're ready for them. Another approach to using the banner is if the enemy has a strong high ground defense. Maybe they can clear creep waves pretty easily. Some teams decide to push the lane that they have the banner in so they can push with stronger creeps at their side. One thing I've noticed pros do is to place their banner in a lane where they've lost their barracks and they have super creeps pushing into them. Let's look at how a lane of super creeps matches up against a lane of regular banner buffed creeps. As you can see, the banner buffed creeps are still beat out by super creeps, making this banner usage helpful but not a full solution. You'll still have to send someone to deal with the push of the super creeps. I found it quite rare for pros to place their banner anywhere outside of the base, but there were exceptions. In the games where this did happen, it was typically because the team with the banner was comfortably in the lead and had superior map control, so they didn't have to worry as much about the enemy reaching their banner. Although there were cases of this happening, and there could have been more if players were paying closer attention to their minimap to see where the enemy banner was placed. Placing your banner outside of your base is usually a lot riskier. Only do this if you're pretty confident it'll stay alive, and remember, the enemy can see where you place it. Most teams place the banner pretty soon after obtaining it, but some teams decide to hold onto it for a bit longer until they know which lane they're going to push. Then, based on the game, they'll place the banner in whichever lane needs it. In this 1 hour 35-minute game between Gaming Gladiators and Team Spirit with 8 Roshan kills, Gaming Gladiators were able to stack up 3 Roshan banners, and it was actually pretty funny. After they get their third one, you can see them planning out their attack on the minimap. Unfortunately, Collapse saw them place this one, and their push didn't quite work out how they intended, so the other banners fell as well, and the game went on for another 10 minutes. But they won in the end. As we mentioned earlier, Roshan's banner provides 1500 vision. If you're feeling crazy, you could utilize this during an engagement just like Snake King did here. Now keep in mind, this game here was mostly already over, so he probably felt pretty comfortable making this play whether it ended up being useful or not. It actually did give his team good vision of the enemies before fully engaging onto them. I wouldn't advise this type of use for the banner in most cases, but it is good to keep in mind because sometimes the craziest of ideas is exactly what you need.
Like, you can do a million things and everything can work.
What do you think of this item? Is it Pog? Is it Dog? Are there any sick mechanics or strategies that I missed? If you like learning and getting better as a player, consider checking out this playlist of videos just like this one where I explain how something in Dota actually works. Or check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll like. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you learned something new with me.